Hey everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I'm Denise Lawler with Charles Ruttenberg Realty, and many of you know me from my time with Lennar Builders and Mattamy Homes. And I have had my license now for 20 years, and half that time I have spent working for one of those builders. So I think I've gained some knowledge from being on that other side, and I would want the whole purpose of my video series here. I hope you watched my first one on contracts, but my whole purpose is to use my knowledge to inform you as a consumer, customer, potential buyer of a brand new home, what to expect from builders, what to know about what they offer and understand what they're offering, and so that there's less disappointment when you go and you purchase a new home, because buying a new home can be a very exciting time. I've done it. It's wonderful. That new home smell is fabulous. Everything's new and you don't have to worry about anything as far as the construction and your AC and all that good stuff. So it's a wonderful time. And I just want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. So, what I want to start with here is I want to show you the websites, because this is where we go first, right? We go here to look and see what they have to offer. Typically, as a buyer, I know all I did was go on realtor.com. I went Google New Homes Orlando, and the Pulte's show up, the Lennars, Dream Finders, all of those pop up, and then you click on them and you go through the websites. And I don't know if you've been through the websites, but they can be pretty confusing. They're confusing to me. I just I just don't know how people do it. But if you have a realtor, your realtor should have done a lot of footwork already. Plus, there is a portion in the MLS where we can go, it's called New Home Source, and we can go in there and we can whittle it down to exactly what you're looking for and send you the communities that offer the floor plans you want in the price range you want. So always keep that in mind. Put your realtor to work. So, anyway, here we have Mattamy Homes website, and this is the Orlando area. So I already went on, clicked Orlando, and it brings up a map. You can see where they offer homes in Orlando. It's a much smaller builder than some of your big national builders. They are out of Canada, and they have a very nice division here. Everybody's wonderful. It's a good company to work with. Uh, the thing is here, and they actually too, I have to say this, their website is much easier to navigate. And when I was working for them, people would tell me that it was difficult, and I don't see where it's difficult, because look, you have here, you click, I have it on Orlando, you could bring that down, you could change cities right here. They have the communities right here. You go straight to the one, say you drove by it and you wanted to look at it, it's right there. Then they have all 70 of their quick move-in homes and all 53 of their plans. So it's like right there. Uh, However, you have got to watch for a couple of things, okay? You will see here starting from 319,990. Well, they're not being dishonest. They do start at 319,990. However, that is their smallest home available, and it's without any upgrades. It's the home with the included features, and you'd have to also add like Design Center if you wanted to upgrade anything, and you'd also have to add a home site premium. So while technically their homes start at 319,990, they don't have any home to sell you for 319,990. So that is something to keep in mind. It says starting from, okay? So, this is Celebration Island. It's coming on board. It's, of course, in Celebration, so it's going to be pretty pricey. They have some new ones coming on, but what I wanted to also show you, we can go into Addison Landing right now since it's the first one up there. And This is the website. Now, on every single community page, you have this view promotions. Okay, so you click on view promotions. It says, hello, summer savings. So click on view promotion. And now, okay, more pretty pictures. Yay. Okay, welcome summer, welcome home. It says here up to $30,000 towards closing costs, interest rate, buy down, mortgage insurance, and more. Well, that's lovely. You're like, woo, $30,000. Now, obviously, and I've had people come in and get upset with me because I didn't have a home that offered $30,000. It says here, up to. I had people buy who came back and said, your website says 30,000. Why can't I have 30,000? And it's like, it's specific to home sites, communities, uh, quick move-in homes, a time frame for going under contract, and a time frame for closing. So all this is tied into that specific criteria. You could get 5,000, but you're not going to get 30, and they're never allowed to give you more than 3% in an incentive. So if your home is a $500,000 home, they can only give you 15,000 max if you're financing. Okay, that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that later. But that's the limit. So, it says this, but in Celebration Island, or the new one in Celebration, they do not offer any. There is no incentive, but yet that promotion button shows up on their page. And the reason is that they could not figure out a way to make it where it was only on certain communities' pages. So you end up sometimes being, unfortunately, misled a little bit, but you have to know these things. And if your realtor has been doing their due diligence, they will know this. They will find this for you. So they will ask, and you can ask when you go in, ask them, what are the incentives for this community? What homes have the bigger incentives? Which, get the details before you start falling in love with the community and you get upset because you're not getting what you thought you were going to get. So that is something to be aware of there. So, so, so this is, let's see, find your dream home. Okay, so this is Mattamy. Now let's go to Lennar. Okay, so here's Lennar, Orlando. They're very different. They are not showing any incentives anywhere. So you will need to know the NHC, the new home consultant, new home counselor, who's ever on site to give you that information. If you contact through any builder website, the link, most of them have internet consultants, and the internet consultants, sometimes they know everything, sometimes they don't. Sometimes things change and somehow they miss the message, and you could get accurate information or you could not get accurate information. It's the way it is. And when I worked for Lennar, we had that problem quite a bit, where people would come in and say, I thought you were offering this, and I'm like, no, that was a month ago. It's done. That's promotion's over. So, but over here they break it down by product, and then they will show you all the floor plans. These are the townhomes, and they tell you down here, this is in Champions Point, Champions Gate, and you could just go press the arrow and you could go look at all the ones in different communities and go from there. You could either go by, this is single family. So really, it can be very complicated when you go through a website. So this is why I strongly feel you should have a realtor when you're looking for a new home construction. You should have a realtor. Now let's talk about what you can negotiate on. Okay, so you've got, some places have got design centers, some do not. Lennar, everything's included, so they just have package. Pick a package, A, B, C, D. That's it. It combines the cabinet, the countertops, the backsplash, and the flooring. And you just pick it. You can't mix and mingle, you can't change anything. It's simpler, but if you want to really make it your own, you need to find a builder that has a design center. Now, expect to pay more than what you're seeing advertised. Like I said, starting price does not include design center, doesn't include lot premium, it doesn't include whatever it is you're going to upgrade. It's you've got to add to it. So design center is a place you can negotiate. Uh, the lot premium, as far as I'm concerned, I always look to go after the lot premium, and I'll tell you why. Builders, when they develop a property and they break up the lots and they do the lots down and they take into account the floor plans they're going to use, the sizes, and they come up with their pricing, their base pricing, getting a certain margin on every home. So then that's the pricing of the home, right? Well, then you have the lot premium. And nowadays, they just seem to be really happy to charge you $5,000 for a home that backs up to another home. When I first started, there would be no home site premium on that. You only had a home site premium if you had a big lot or you had nothing conservation behind you or a pond or something like that. You didn't have a home site premium when you backed up to someone else. So if you're picking a home that's backing up to someone else, or even if it's on water or conservation, you should try to negotiate that home site premium. Okay, so there's home site premium, there's design center. You could ask for extra money towards design. Closing costs. Try to get as much as you can in closing costs. Do not ask to lower the price. Just do not ask to lower the price. It's just not a good idea. Number one, builder doesn't want to do it because it affects the values of future homes that they're trying to sell. They want everything to appraise. And number two, you're hurting you and you're hurting your neighbors. So it's better just to find those things that can help you come out of pocket with less money or have a lower mortgage payment. And those are the things you negotiate on. Now, cash versus financing. The only time I had so many people say to me, "But I'm paying cash," but builders do not care. They don't care if you're paying cash. If it's a home that's going to be built in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, it's all cash to them. Your financing, they get cash from the lender. They do not have a note coming in from the lender. They get cash. Now, that's not to say that there isn't a time and a place. If you go into a community and that builder is a numbers driven builder, which most of them are, end of the month, I'm sorry, end of the week, Sunday is the last day of the week. The end of the month, the end of the quarter, and the end of the year. And I'm not talking December, though some of the builders do go with December as their end of year. Some builders do not. Lennar's is the end of November. Manamee's is the end of May. So if they have a home that's finished, can close before the end of the week, the end of the month, the end of the quarter, the end of the year, and you are cash, you can negotiate even harder. So yes, there comes a time when cash is king. So that's a situation that you would want to be aware of. I knew that even not just closings are important to builders, that they want to get them off their books, but also sales because they have to report to, uh, you know, stockholders and the higher ups, whoever they may be. They may have to report to them. They project their sales ahead of time and they have to meet those numbers. So if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, and they're going to be a little bit more motivated to sell you a home so they can have another sale for the week. So that's kind of the basics of it. Uh, there there are some nuances about when you go and visit the model center. I'll do that in another video. That'll be my last video to talk about what to look for when you're in these model centers, what to look for when you're looking at homes in the community, uh, just being aware of certain things that most buyers don't know when they walk in there. So we will talk about that at another time. And I hope this was helpful for you. I really, that's my whole goal as being a realtor is to help people learn how to negotiate, get the best uh, experience in their purchase. So I hope you guys have a great day and looking forward to the next time. Bye for now.